And yet this is my room. I'm sorry. I just...
G'day, you absolute legends. Stu from UAV Futures here, and today we are back with a different video. Something that is very close to my heart and is a little bit heartbreaking, actually. This is a serious video, so please watch this, and we're going to be seeing some grown men crying. It's going to be a little bit depressing, but it is vital that I get this message out there and try and get some help. So what we're talking about, there is a gentleman in the FPV community, you might have heard of him. He is an absolute legend, the kindest individual that you can meet. His name is Chris, or Malice Vex, as like his pilot or YouTube handle out there. And essentially his house burnt down, and not just a little bit, it completely burnt down. They have nothing left, and it is such a sad, tragic story that of all the people that it happened to, it is so heartbreaking that it happened to this family. They didn't have insurance, and I can already hear some people complaining about that, saying you should have had insurance, blah, blah, blah. But let me just say, when you see what this family has come through and what, like, they were homeless for 3 years. They'd just gotten their life together. Somebody who'd never finished school, had found employment really tough. He'd been holding a job down. He'd been going to work. They've just fixed their car because it got wrecked in the recent flood. So they just spent all their money on getting their car fixed so they can keep going to work. And then his house is burnt down and they have absolutely nothing left. Now we're going to see a video towards the end of this, just this little bit, where Chris is walking through his house, and fair warning, it's pretty heartbreaking listening to somebody that I've spoken to almost daily for the last 3-4 years and I've never heard him complain once. I've never heard him be negative, and listening to him cry, I don't know how else to say it, but yeah, it's pretty sad. But this is a video out there to say there's a GoFundMe out there. So if you would like to help this YouTube gentleman get back on his feet, help a family who really need it, there's going to be a link down below. And yeah, they have nothing left. They have nowhere to live. And prior to this, like I said, they'd been homeless. And to make it even worse, I'll put another picture on the screen somewhere as I'm talking about this as well. Their house, they don't live in the best area. Well, I should say their house wasn't in the best area, and they weren't allowed to go in because, the fireys have to do an investigation of why the house burnt down, blah, 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 blah. And so some scummy people went in there and robbed what was left of their house and decided to jump on their car windscreen as well. So he's got nothing to drive. It's really hard for him to get to work. They can't move any of the stuff that's in there out of their house, and they don't have insurance, and it's completely burnt down. So I want to make this video and say, please, if you have literally $1, $5, whatever it is, to go help a family out, one packet of props, please go and do it. The FPV community is absolutely amazing, and I know that in the past we've done some great things. For Zoe FPV, there was a gentleman, Snake FPV, who had a fire accident in 2018 or something like that. We've done some really good fundraisers on this channel, and I would like to say, please go and support this GoFundMe. It will make a difference to not only someone in our FPV community who makes some really cool content, but also to a family out there who is in dire need of some help. So I'm doing what I can. I've also going to put his Patreon. So look, I know not everybody's into GoFundMes, and fair enough. There's also his Patreon. If you'd like to put some money into Patreon, that'll go directly towards him and helping his family and stuff like that. So I'm going to end the video there. I will be back with some updates and stuff like that. It's just had some, I shouldn't be tapping on that, it's probably annoying on the mic. I'll be doing a video soon, so just some stuff that's been going on my channel. But this is the most important thing out there. To go and help Malice Vex, please check out his GoFundMe link or his Patreon link. Let's see if we can get him a bit of support. And I'm going to roll his video at the end of this one. But be warned, it's pretty heavy stuff. So anyway, on that, subscribe for more FPV related content. Be kind to yourself, and most of all, usually I say be kind to each other, and most of all, be kind to yourself. And this time, let's really be kind to Malice Vex or Chris. And as Donnie would say, nothing but love. Subscribe for more FPV related content, and as always, happy flying.
This is my house. It decided to burn down 3 days ago. The fire started somewhere in here. My son was at school, and he was gone for 4 hours before the fire started. Yeah, so we've lost a lot. That was my computer table with my 3 monitors. Yeah, I've pretty much lost everything. But we didn't have insurance. We'd only been living here 5 months. But yeah, and then someone's come in afterwards and taken lots of our stuff out of our cupboards because we weren't allowed in here because of the fire. He said we weren't. This was my daughter's room. This was the bathroom. This was my youngest son's room. Most of his stuff survived, but we've got to still try and get it out before it gets taken. And yet this is my room. I'm sorry. I just... I'll keep you updated and let you know what happens. We're currently staying at a hotel. Link to Home was very nice to put us up. Yes, as I said, we've been living here for 5 months. And we'd been homeless for 3 years beforehand. We'd finally had a place of our own. Alright. He's got to see what was left in my house. Alright. How do I flip the camera while it's on? That's what's left of my house. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time with the next update. Thank you.